The Wall Street Journal's Kim Strassel is with us. She writes a Potomac Watch column that appears weekly in the newspaper. We're pleased to have you. Welcome.
Nice to be here.
Could this be a big mistake for Donald Trump?
I think it is. This is the key moment for Iowa voters. They are tuned in. They are paying a lot of attention to this one debate because, by the way, the RNC cut back on the number of debates, and so there's a lot of focus on this one. We know that about 4 out of 10 of those voters still say that they could change their mind. And Donald Trump is going to be up on that stage, and all of his competitors, as you can see, are going to be leveling charges at him, and he will not be there to refute them.
You think there'll be an empty chair?
I think it's a possibility.
I think Fox has already said, and the RNC has said that they won't have an empty podium there. But do you think, as Karl Rove has made the point in the Wall Street Journal today, that it could be enough to blow his lead, that it is a small enough lead in Iowa that it could be the margin of difference?
The problem is we don't really know what his lead is, his real lead. The number one question that everyone has out there in Iowa is how devoted are Donald's supporters? Are they devoted celebrity watchers, the kinds that will stand in line for 5 hours to get a ticket, or are they the kind of people who will go out on a cold night to a caucus? And those could be very different people.
Because do you believe that big turnout numbers at these rallies doesn't necessarily translate into the votes at the end of the day?
That's what nobody knows. And, you know, in the past, you tend to have about 120,000 people who are regular caucus goers to the Republican caucus. Registration has not necessarily changed a lot in Iowa. So has Donald Trump actually taken some of those voters or not?
Could Marco Rubio benefit from all this?
He has been very strategic. He was a big believer that you can peak too early in Iowa, so he has saved all of his firepower for the last week. And there are now some polls coming out showing that he is moving up.
And he's got the endorsement of the Des Moines Register.
He's got it, and the Sioux Falls newspaper as well, too. And he's been campaigning with Joni Ernst, who is a very popular senator out in the state, so he's got some momentum.
The New York Times makes the point today that the most interesting fight going on is not between two Republicans, but it's between the leading Republican and Roger Ailes of the Fox News Network. What do you make of that? And that then Trump appeared with O'Reilly last night, and one of their biggest stars begged him to reconsider. I
think the toughest thing for the media is that you want to have a Donald Trump on. It's good for your ratings, but, you know, at the same time, Republicans love to bash on the media.
Yeah. But is this Donald Trump taking on Fox because he thinks Fox has too much power?
It could be, but it also just could be because most Republicans think it plays to tell their voters that the media is bad.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great to see you.
Certainly still more to come. Kim Strassel, thank you very much for joining us at the table this morning.